Good morning, everybody. Here we go again. So yeah, I had a lot of fun yesterday working on that stairwell from Old Town, and it kind of made me want to create an actual architecture kit for making Old Town buildings. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I think that'll be a good thing to do for today. And yeah, kind of all I had to say on that subject. I'm gonna go to auto building, and I'm going to create a starting object. And the reason for that is it gives us all of the wall ID structures set up and the modifier. And it's literally, if we look at it, it's just a cube that has some stuff on the top. And I think foundations. So we can reduce that to 0. And yeah, let's get on with it. I'm going to actually move it out of the way because it doesn't need to be in the center. Let's put it there. So let's see. And how's it set? It's just a single cube. Okay. I'm going to come here and we're actually going to shockingly delete the base cube, right? I know everyone's completely shocked. We may bring it back. And mesh, I'm gonna start on a wall section first. Yeah, come here. Mesh, extras, wall factory. This is one of those plugins that comes with Blender. You can turn it on and it creates pretty spiffy stone walls. I'm just gonna try this for something here. We're gonna get rid of openings. We are going to get rid of edging, so it's just a square. And it's going to be start of -2, end of 2, bottom of 0, top of 4. So it's going to be a 4-meter cube. And we can take our, let's see, I'm going to bring it down a bit. Increase our variance. There we go. Bring our minimum down a little bit. So we can get something like that. Height, I want to bring that down so we get more brick-like things. Morning, Michael. I just got started. So the only thing I did was pull up, I'll show you the mesh so you can follow along. Extras, wall factory, which is one of those add-ons that comes in Blender. So other than that, just gotten started here. And depth, let's turn that way down because we don't need it really wide. Let's go with like 0.25. Sure. And variance, I want to increase that a little bit. Maybe not quite that much. There we go. I just want some that stick forward and some that come back. And cool. That gives us a nice brick section. I'm actually going to decrease the thickness of the grout just a little bit, but increase the variance just a little bit. So again, we have this close to a weird random thing as I can make. And now I want to make bring back the basic cube, not plain cube, mesh, cube, and I'm going to S2, GZ2, okay, SY, and shrink it in, bring it back to something like, we can go all the way to the back, I suppose. Like that. Is that going to be too much? Actually, that might be a little too much. That's SY. I want to make it a bit bigger. And GY. Something like that. That looks pretty good. Yep, absolutely. Just helpful to kind of sometimes be able to follow along. Yeah, so that we've got that now. That's looking pretty good. Let's just take those two parts. And this time, I am going to join them before I do the erode it. I want to just try and see what happens. And I suppose I should save too. I haven't got anything yet, but just to give us a place to save. Sure. 23, 10, 19. Yep. There we go. So I got it as 1. Let's see what happens now if we can erode it. If I can find erode it, because I read it. There we go. And erode it. I mean, honestly, that's not even just bad on its own. What I'm trying to do this time is try to keep it as low poly as we can, because we're going to want to do a bunch of this. So, but I think we do need to increase it a little bit. But and I'm going to probably derez it again, or decimate it again, derez it after we're done. But that gives us more brick looking. Like we've reached full on brick there. That's cool. I just want to try to make sure rotation scale is applied, because it might not be. I think we'll get better results if it is. Yes, we do get better results. Like that's given us a very brick shape. It's kind of cool. My depth seems pretty good. I actually might make it a little thinner. But that, and what are we at? 2 million polys. Yes, of course. Of course. But I kind of like this as at least one wall to use. We can certainly start with here. Yeah, derez is when you shoot it with a ray gun. Absolutely. 100%. Let's go ahead and apply it. We'll use this for one. We're gonna make a couple of these. It's gonna be a little. Today might be a little bit boring in the sense I'm gonna be doing the same thing kind of over and over again, but it's kind of what you have to do to make these things. Now I want to take this SY and shrink it in because it was sticking out a little much. That's better. Yep. Control A, rotation scale, and we're still at, again, 2.7 million polys. That's a little much. Let's decimate it. Okay, it's only 1.4. Oh, is that all? I'm going to take it down to 0.05. Let's see how that goes. So a 20th the size. We'll lose some detail, but again, if this is going to be a wall panel, it's going to be replicated perhaps hundreds of times through the location. You want to make it as low poly as possible. I actually thought about baking it onto like a flat surface, but maybe we don't need to do that. That's not bad. Okay. Sure. Still 135,000 polys. Let's take it down a little more. Let's go to, because this actually looks pretty good still. Let's go to like 0.025, half that even. Now the cool thing is we're going to get 2 walls out of this one once we get it. We'll take the front side and the back side, and we'll make both of them walls. Okay, 69 I can live with. Let's apply that. Still big, but you do need some level of polygon stuff. And I'm actually going to do a little bit more to clean it up too. So we have applied. Like that looks okay. That'll be fine. Certainly for distance, that will be absolutely fine. Let's Shift D, GX, and move it over. Now, I want to RZ 180. 2 walls. See? Actually gonna I'll take both of them, GY, and bring them forward to about there. Because I'm going to create a new cube, scale it up, GY, and bring it back to about there, and GX, just so I can be consistent one time. Cool. This, control minus. This, apply the Boolean. This, control minus. Apply the Boolean. So that gives us, we look at it, just one face on the back. So we got it, we made it even smaller, which is what we wanted to do. Now these two, we want to RX 90, no, RX minus 90, Alt G. And doesn't really matter which one. Move it over. And now we're just going to UV it. We'll just use a cube projection. And then we'll use this one, cube projection. And we're going to go grab that material. I actually saved out the lighter version of that material that I made yesterday into my kit because I thought it was cool. What did I call it? Dirty stone. Drag it onto there and drag it onto there. And let's look and see what we got. Cool. Yeah, so we have a flat wall that's not really flat, but it's got, you know, a little bit of texture to it when we get up close. Move this out of the way. And we've got one with some brick walls. And it didn't take us long to, so we can do it again. And we're going to. But let's take both of these. Well, actually, I want to do make this one new collection, and I'm going to call it Old Town Flat Wall, not fall, walls. We may make another one, but put it in there. Then we're going to move this one, new collection, Old Town Stone Extruding Walls. Because now, let's just start testing our objects and see what we get. Come over here, auto building. We can start thinking about which our walls are going to be. I think our first wall should be flat walls. Our second wall is going to be extruding walls. Our empty wall material A is definitely going to be dirty stone. I don't know what B is going to be yet, so we'll just leave it gray. But now we can come in here, 3. I'm going to select this one and make it A. Oh, I got to assign rotation too. This one and make it B. And now, back over here, Control A, rotation scale. And we need to fix it here. Auto building, select it. So A is going to be deform, and B is also going to be deform. Are they backwards? Nope, they're right. Cool. So we got walls. They're lining up reasonably well. We're going to probably want some cornering things, but we're good there. Look, we have a building kit. We can make whole buildings now. And right, cool. Let's do some more. Where am I? There we go. Going the wrong way. Come here. Okay, I'm just going to move these out of the way now. Kind of more over to here. And let's make another wall. Yep. Yeah, auto building wants them to point upward. So that's why we're doing it that way. And honestly, so does the asset library. it wants the backside to be the bottom. They both work the same way. So it's just a good way to do that. So let's make another wall. I want to make it one more. I want to make one more flat wall, just so we have some variation, and it doesn't all just use the same. Come here. Gosh, extras. Where's extras? Extras. There we go. Wall factory. And fortunately, it keeps our settings from before, which is nice. Let's just change, because we don't really have a control variance. We're just going to make the edging a little bit bigger. And I'm going to make the minimum block size a little bit bigger. I mean, really, it's just to fuck with it. It's kind of like, all right, I'm just making some shapes. Doesn't matter. Just so it's different. And then Shift A, mesh, cube again, S2, GZ2, SY. We can kind of put it to like, the deeper we move it, because we're going to flatten it down too, but GY, so we can see we get more bricks or less bricks. Let's go with less bricks. That seems cool. And I'm not going to worry about the backside yet, because I can actually use this also as 2. So maybe we'll do that. That'll be cool. 3 GY, and just go this out to there. So now we have one here and one here. Are they the same? They're basically the same. They shouldn't be. Well, are they the same? If they're the same, I'm not going to worry about it. Looks like they're just mirrored. It looks like I went the full width on both. But I could pull this further. There. Now they're not the same. Yep. Cool. Control A, rotation scale. Control A, rotation scale. Should be good. Select, join. And erode it. And well, they're the same wall. It just it moved out symmetrically from the center, so that's why I did it that way. It's fine. It does not matter, and when I flip them all, they will be too. Like, and it rotates them anyway. But 5. I just would rather have them have different extrusions more than just be rotated, which is why I just pulled that out further. Again, no biggie. Let's see. That looks pretty good. That also looks pretty good. I mean, I could mess with it. I'm just gonna because otherwise it's gonna be the same seed as the other one. We will change it. I don't know that anyone would notice that the erosion pattern was the same, but we'll just tweak it, and now it's not. And apply our modifiers. And cool. Now we're going to decimate it. And again, I think 0.025 was a good number, so we'll do it again. Having a sip of coffee. Decimate is always the thing. I'm just like, will you hurry up? Doesn't actually take that long. Like, I'm really spoiled now on to the old days. Okay, 91. Yeah, that's cool. It's gonna be less when we shrink it, so apply it. But just like, come on. I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of magic. I took something that was 2 million polygons and shrunk it down to 91,000, and you almost can't see a difference. Like, that's kind of magic to me. Honestly, this whole This whole tool is kind of magic to me. I just feel so, for all the other crap we have to deal with in our lives, the fact that we get toys like this now is just kind of amazing. Shift D, RZ 180, GY, no, GX. Yep. And now let's take both of these and GY, and we're going to bring it back to about there. I want it to be kind of close to the other one, if not perfectly. Shift A. Did I get rid of that cutter? Yeah, I did. Mesh cube. Scale up. G. There. Cool. Actually, I want to bring this back. I'm just going to create a copy of it so I don't have to worry about it. I want to see if I want to try and get the widths pretty similar. They don't have to be exact. That seems pretty similar. Maybe. That looks all right. Cool. Just delete this one again. And here, control minus. And here, control minus. And then apply and apply. I'm just going to get rid of it again. 2 more walls. RX minus 90. Control A, rotation and scale. G, bring them over to here. And we need to put both of those into extruding walls. And then we want to grab that. Control link materials. Yep. So we have different ones. Yeah, you can see we got some different ones. And that one does stick out a little more. They're not the same, but they're reasonably good. This one is a little bit sharper than this one just from the way we did it. But I don't mind that. We have some sharper walls. We'll have some less sharp walls. That'll work for me. And I do think you're right. I think we can make a simple thing if we take each of these, Shift D, GY, and then let's individual origins, yes. SX minus 1. And we could even do one more if we felt like it, and do Y minus 1 too. Sure, why not? SY minus 1. Control A, rotation scale. We need the same thing here. Control A, rotation scale. Cool. So we should have 9 different versions of this now. If we come here and edit this sucker, and just make it 3, and just do all of it, and assign it to wall B, we should have some different ones. Yep, that feels good. It's kind of working. No, I didn't really do any of that. All I did was just rotate it. You couldn't, those transferring normals and shrink wrap are fun for sure, but that's not what I did this time. I have an idea for another kind of section. So now we've got, I think that's enough base walls. I'm kind of okay with that. We might want one more of this, but that would just be material more than anything else. I'm okay with it. So we'll leave that one alone for right now. I want to make something else. And we're going to start with the same kind of wall. We'll merge it all together so it stays clean again. So Shift A, mesh, extras, wall factory, build ourselves a base wall, and just come look at it again. I do not need to be in Alt Z. I'm in grayscale. Why am I in? Okay, no. Am I seeing through it? Weird. Okay. And let's just make our heights just a little bit bigger, just so we get something different. And I'll bring that down a little bit more, but increase this to like 0.1. Yeah. Cool, 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 cool. Why are you not? Oh, I'm in edit mode. Weird. Okay. Oh, weird. Interesting. You can do it in edit mode. I didn't even know you could do that. Mesh. Okay. Extras. Wall factory. There we go. Now it's not in edit mode. That's cool. And I like that reasonably well. Let's again create our cube. 2 GZ2 SY and shrink it in like that. Now we need a little more than that. Okay, something like that. Cool. And this side, just for funsies, actually won't. There we go. They're not going to be the same this time, but we can put them in different groups. So we got that, and I'm just going to control save. Now I want to create a, actually I could do it this way. Talking to myself again, mesh, cylinder. And I want to, I like this, I like the location. So depth is going to be 4. 32 is fine. Actually, not even a 32. Let's go to like 16. Yeah, sure, 16. GZ2, bring it into here. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay. And now I'm just going to take this sucker here and I'm going to subdivide it until we get something close. Escape. Let me do it from 1 so I can see. Close to what our other ones are. It won't be exact. That feels pretty close. Maybe 1 less. Yeah, okay, 7 cuts. That works. And I don't need this one or this one. Okay. And now, how do we want to do it? Do we want to use, we could use cells. That'll make individual ones, but they won't cut in. Let's try, I'm gonna try slice. And cut amount of just like 25. F9. And I want it to be inset. Cool. That seems like it's about right. I just want some bullshit ones kind of thing. And let's just cut seed. I'm just gonna play with it a little bit. I don't like that one. I want maybe a few more actually. Let's go to like 35. I mean, again, doesn't super matter, but okay, that'll work. And tab. Okay. Now, let's take all 3 of these together, join them. Yep, yep, yep. And then erode it. And then we will just need to increase, we'll stay with our same resolution because we'll keep it kind of consistent. 5. And again, we'll switch our seed to something else. It's the seed of the beast. Cool. Yeah, we don't really need that shit in the center, do we? No, we do not. And we can deal with that too. Okay, so we will apply it. And then we will decimate it. Again, 0.025. We'll stay with that for right now. Try to at least keep these consistent in feel. That didn't take long at all. Cool. Yeah, that looks good. Apply it. I kept waiting for it to do it, but it's like it's done. Okay, great. Now let's Shift A, create ourselves a new cylinder. Let's get into like there, up like that. And you make it a bit bigger. So like there, sure. And cut it out of here because we do not need it. Cool. And then apply. This. Now 7. Let's duplicate this. RZ180 GX. Now they do look different, right? Yep, we have different things. Cool. That's important because now Shift A, mesh, cube. Let's see, S4, GY4. Cool. SX. Make those two even this way. W might be a little thicker further out than the other ones, but that could be okay too. And that, minus, this, minus, and apply, and apply. Actually, no. No to either of those two things. Okay, this one, exact. And solver options, self or hole tolerant. Hole tolerant. Cool, better. Now we get the smooth walls. That's what we wanted. Apply. Over here, exact, solver, hole tolerant. That's the one we need. And apply. Okay, get rid of this sucker. Now these, RX minus 90, Alt G, GX, Control A, rotation scale, M, new collection, Old Town Stone Vertical Towers. For I don't know what we'll call it. It doesn't matter as long as I know what it is, but I try to give it something kind of descriptive. And G, bring it over here. And again, we might as well just duplicate it. Shift D over here, SX minus 1, and then Shift D over here, SY minus 1. So now we have some different ones in there. Come back to our building and auto building. Wall C is going to be towers. And now we're going to come through. I'm just going to turn this off right now because we want to see this thing. How big is my cube? Cube is, it's not even a cube. Come on. All right, fine. A, X, actually, Shift S, 1. Now, X, vertices, Shift A, mesh, cube. Damn it. Just 2. There we go. X, vertices, Shift A, mesh, cube, S, 2. So make it a 4. Same, should be the same size cube now as that is, right? Cool, yep. And now we can E4, E4, and I'm just gonna give it a few more. E4, and E4. Okay, and we should have all of our materials still. Yeah, we do. A, we're gonna default it to wall A, assign, which if we look, should be that flat wall. Wall A is, yes, flat walls. Wall C, we also want to turn on deform on it. Let's make this one wall C, and we'll make these wall B. Well, sorcery is it's blackest magic. It's looking pretty good. That one is not. Let's see, wall C. It's on deform. Turn off use Boolean. Yeah, turn off use Boolean on all of them. Okay, so it's just using my wall. And woohoo! Our tower sections line up even. We get a little bit of a like a break, but that's given that this is like, you know, older buildings. That's just a cut line, and we could even do stuff with that. But yeah, check it out, right? Looking cool. And then we could say select this, 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 this. Oh, I need to UV them all first. That will help. Okay. Tab A U cube projection. I should have done it before but this doesn't take long. Should have done before I make copies of them all. Cube projection. All right, A U cube projection. A U cube projection. A U cube projection. So they should all be. Come on. Control L, link materials. Yep. Let's see. Yes. Yes, shy. Looks good. And we have our materials here too. Now, oh yeah, those do have holes on the top. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Maybe I want to fix that. Maybe I don't want to do that. I don't know. No, I think I do want to. I didn't want. It's okay that we didn't do it before. We're just gonna have to do it now. But I'm gonna actually. This time I am gonna delete these 4. We'll just remake them. Tab. We should be able to. Yes. 2. No. Well, maybe. Yeah, we can do that. 3. Cool. And 2. And F. Did it work? No. Come on. Actually, I could just fill it with another cylinder, couldn't I? That might be the easiest way. I want it to have a top, even if it's not messed up. Let's see. 7. Shift A, cylinder. No. Shift S2, Shift A, cylinder. R, X90, yep. Scale. No. I should have just done this before. Oh well. What you gonna do? Okay. There we go. And then 3 G Y to right just underneath it. Yep. And this one GY again to just underneath it. I'll select both of those. Now shift hide. Yeah. Select this one and this one. X, delete faces. Just bring it back. It should all be one, right? Yeah, it definitely does. So you don't see patterns. This is definitely a different way of thinking about it. For sure. And this one, and U projection. Now let's just see if we got it. Yep, that works. So we have a top and a bottom on that. And I actually should just take those. Let's just do this again. Select those. Yep. Shift D, P selection. And GX, or tab, GX. And over here to this. Solo those suckers. That should be good. Oh, I need to clear the back sides of them too. Okay, well, we'll do that in a minute. And Control J. Okay. Now one. Let's see, are they going to line up nicely? Probably not. 7. No. 1. K, C, X. It's going to come here and to roughly there. And across. And 3X faces. And X faces. And that should be good. We got a little bit of wonky here, but I'm not gonna, well, we can even fix that. E. There we go. And E. Nah, it's fine. That's okay. We'll do the same on the top. I'm just you get picky when you start doing this stuff. You start noticing every little thing, but you want to keep it as low poly as possible. So we fixed that one. Okay. Yep. Now we just need to do the same to this. Here, tab, solo it again. 1, K, C, X. Up a little bit, over a little bit. 3 and 3X faces. Those ones I'm not going to stress about. The other one too. Okay. Now it should line up. Looks like it's lining up. Looks good. Actually didn't matter before as long as the center was there, but I still would rather do it this way. Okay, save again. Now we can duplicate them again. Shift D, GX, SX minus 1, Control A, rotation scale, Shift D, GX, SY minus 1, Control A, rotation scale. And now we should have You see they're different. Cool, and we should be able to now, let's just check, tab 3E4, Shift R, do it a couple times. We have a tower. That looks all right. Like I said, they don't line up perfectly, but I'm kind of okay with that for this sort of old structure here. We could play with it a little bit if we wanted to. Looks like some of them are further out than others. Let's see. Maybe we will fix it. Let's see. Solve them. No, not extruding walls. I want towers. Okay. I just want to solo those. Not that. Am I in edit mode? I'm in edit mode. Piss off. Let's see. This should be better. Here we go. 1. Yeah. So this one, those 3. But it won't apply them, will it? Not unless I. It's the best way to do this. I know what to do. Tab. Yep. A. G. GZ. Down just a bit, because that doesn't change their origin. That should work. Let's see now. Yeah, they're lining up better now. Still off a little bit, but I think it's a little better. Okay. We can always stretch it too. Like it doesn't have to be. Okay. We need some techie bits here too. And I think we'll use our base wall for that. Try to keep our detail as simple as possible. So let's duplicate this wall. There we go. Come back to here. And that's just so we can see where we're at. Shift A, mesh, plane, S2. Okay. 1 and GZ and bring it up just to like there. We're not actually going to use this plane, but let's just put some pipes on it. Random tubes. Do not want to use fallback. And we want to cut it 5 times and amount 10. And we want to allow a margin and length max of 10, an amount of 15. Let's see what we get. I just want a couple more. And 1 more cut, 2 more cuts. Sure, I can live with that. I think that's kind of cool. Offset max of 0.25. No, 0.2, 0.1. And min of 0.05. And max of 0.15. Limit body. Yeah, so they don't go over each other like that. Cool. And yes, random tubes for random flow. Correct. And depth Maybe make them a little bit bigger just so they're inferior for a little bit more Star Warsian. And 3, 4. Bevel offset. We could tweak these. Make them a little bit more curved, potentially. Yeah, it's kind of neat. Let's do that. And I think I might actually want them to be a little bit more offset. 0.2. Now that I made them bigger. Okay. And let's see. That looks good. Now it's Shift Q. And let's do flanges and couplings. Custom and caps. Only on caps. Radius of 0.1. They don't all work because some of them get curved, which is annoying. Some of them work real well though. Do I care? I don't know if I care. I mean, I wish they were all. You know what? We're gonna undo it. We're gonna just get rid of this again. Go to our plane and redo it. Tubes, we should get the same basic thing, right? Seed, sure, fine. But we're gonna give it minimum offset of 0.1. And bevel offset of, I'm just gonna even them out, or not, no. Maximum of 0.1. That should make them square at the bottom. Yep. Now we should be able to do that. Shift Q. Flanges and couplings. Oh, come on. Flanges and couplings. Caps. Yeah, now they're lining up way better. That looks good. Maybe they're a little big. Yeah, not really. Maybe a little. Shrink them down just a tiny little bit. 0.09. Let's give them a little bit more distance between each other. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay. And now we can get rid of the plane. Convert these to mesh. And just join them with that. No, or no. Actually, undo that. We don't want to convert them yet. Edit, undo history. There we go. Okay, because we want to make them a little bit bigger. They want more than a 1 resolution. 2, 3. 3 resolution. That seems good. Maybe even a 4. Let's see. Q, convert to mesh. Q, sharpen. Yeah, that looks okay now. They're a little sharp, but you know, it's all right. It's way better than they were before. And join. And distressed hull? Distressed hull seems good. Let's see. Yeah, that looks all right. Maybe I shouldn't delete the plane. I'm just gonna make another one again. Because we're gonna combine this. Well, Shift D, duplicate it. And join it with that. And 7. And then G. We'll bring it over here. Control A, rotation scale. M, new collection, walls with bits. And then we can come over here. And wall D is going to be walls with bits. And it is also going to be not use Boolean and deform. Let me go to see Distressed Hull tonight, man. Excellent. Yeah. Yep. I have thought that before as well. I hear Wall D's opening for them. And we definitely need a few more of these just so that they're not quite so in your face duplicated, but let's just see if we can. Bring it over and sx minus 1, sy minus 1. I don't want to, what did I do? I don't know. Sy minus 1. Okay, Control A, rotation scale. We should have 2. Yep, we do. Let's make one more of these pipey ones over here. We're going to Shift A, mesh, plane, S2, Control A, rotation scale. Bring it closer to the surface. Okay. And yeah, we'll just do another pipe on it. I think we'll keep it pretty much the same. Tubes, we'll just go with a different seed. Shortest? No, none. I like none. Sure. Sure. That works for me. I grab it. Shift Q or Shift Q. Utility, flanges and couplings, caps again. There we go. Same caps. Now we wanted this to be resolution of 4. Convert to mesh. It's just kind of a little bit repetitive, honestly, but it's just what you do. Distressed Hull. And Shift D. And unsolo 7. G, move it over. And make sure it's also in with bits. And I don't see it yet, but we can just see. Oh, it's smaller too. Interesting. Well, it's okay. Oh, it can certainly be metadata, that's for sure. I like that though. That's fine. Maybe on that one, let's do a little bit more to it. Since they are smaller pipes accidentally, let's lean into that. Grab this one, solo it, 7, Shift S2, Shift A, mesh, cube, SZ, 1, GZ. Control A, rotation scale. Let's just edit this now. Bring it in, Control bevel. 7, S, Shift Z. I just want to scale it. Well, that too, that actually works too, but A, S, Shift Z. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, yeah, looks good. Right. Okay, just solo it. Just this object here. Undo that. Tab. I'll stay in it. Shift Q, random slice, cut seed. It's kind of neat. Let's just slide. See what we get. 100. That'll make it much smaller, right? That's kind of cool. And seed. Yeah. And maybe not quite so deep with our 0.05. So bring it in. So it's like that. And we're going to give it metal sheeting as material. Sure. View, cube projection, tab. Let's see what it looks like. That's cool. Let's join it to that. Now let's see. Yeah, cool. Not sure about that. Oh, and I think I do want to fix this. I see something right now. Shading, I think. Do I have a, maybe I don't. It's like, is it just using simple dirt? Let's double check simple dirt. Noise. No, there is no. I was going to say, is there a UV on it, or a ambient occlusion on it, but it doesn't look like there is. Cool. All right. I was wrong then. We'll probably need some more, but this is a good place to start. So, let's not go too nuts. Oh, it can be for sure. Absolutely. I'm not the world's biggest fan of repetitive, but that's just me. All right, let's make a door. Take the same piece here. And do I want to do a door on top of this one, or do I want to just leave it as a door and have it go against the blank flat wall? I don't know. I think we're going to build it onto this one. I think the flat wall is going to look weird. Okay, so if we're doing that, let's just, again, Shift D, duplicate this thing, just turn it off. And Shift A, mesh, cube, plane, cube, Alt G. Right, okay. Select these two, solo them. Yeah, GY. Like right there. GZ. Cool. This is a 2-meter cube, which is kind of, that's roughly right. SY, I'm just gonna, no, SX. It's not gonna be a huge door, but Old Town is not gonna be known for its big doors. And GY, I keep doing this GZ, because I'm not used to going vertically like this. Okay. Now, 7. Tab. Yep. Alt X, let's mirror it. Just make our lives easier. Oh, I have to apply that first. I suppose it's easier to apply it now and then go back into it again. Set it up to there. Sure. And set it up to like there. And 3 E in. Yeah, the floor is fine. I don't care. Now, mirror it again. Okay. And I should wait. Fine. Why is it not mirror? I'm still need to figure that out. In all honesty, there's a way to make it not do that, and I don't know what it is. E. E. Why are you doing this? There's a way to. It should be clipping. Okay. Apply. A. Let's make sure I don't have any extra things floating around. Now we don't. I don't know why I was giving us that line. Okay. Cool. 1 or 2. 2. Let's grab those. Control bevel. Gives a little bit of a Star Warsian curve there. We could do the same here too. Cool. Yep. And then I'm going to select A. Actually, 3 plus, invert, grab those. Okay, and again, let's use slice. Slice is just working well for me. That's neat. And we're going to go this way too. Cool. Mirror it that way. It's just a quick bullshit slice, but it works, you know? So, let's go with our door. So we're mirroring on this side now. I'm going to use Grid Modeler and give us, how do I want to do it? Pull it there. Cool. And 5. Yep. No, what? It kind of, well, it worked. Cool. It's like, what's going on? But it worked. And bring it up a little bit like that. And do you want to do another one, or is that just a good door? It's a nice, simple door. I like a nice, simple door. Let's keep it that way. Metal sheeting across the whole thing. A U cube projection. Cool. And tab plus 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 plus. Get those and those. Yep. Plus assign and do a yellow to see. I just like yellow doors. That's so metal though. It's so metal. Try orange. That's a little bit less. Cool. But a little bit over grungy. I think it's a little, maybe I'm just pushing that a little too hard. I could edit the material, or I could just be lazy and use a different material. Guess which one I'm gonna do. Just dirty, not super dirty, just dirty. Yeah, dirty looks good. Even blue's kind of okay. We'll leave it blue for right now. Sure. And that control. I want to see where our origin is. Yep, it's that one. Good. Oh no, first we need to apply it. Apply it and join it. Cool. And this M, new collection, walls with doors. Is it tall enough? That's the only thing I'm not sure about. Maybe I should just make a person first and see, huh? Human gen. That's a pretty small door. Maybe we should make that door a little bigger. Not individual origins. Main point, yeah. There we go. That's better. That's a better door. All right. Control A, rotation scale. On solo. Come on. Like this is not a kit you're going to want to use on every building in the town because there's way, way, way too much here for that. Like we're already at like 2 million polys. Interesting. Which face is, what is this face? Huh? Oh, that plane is there. That's why. It's like, what's going on? This plane. Just gonna scene collection. It's like, what the fuck? Yep, there we go. Huh? And this one we're gonna make well, E and assign. And it doesn't exist yet. But it will. It will. Auto building. Wall E is going to be walls with doors. And it is also going to not use Boolean and deform. You only have the one right now, but you know, doing all right there. I just want to make one more, like a window wall for our starting kit. And I recognize that we're running out of time, but this stuff is just how it goes. And then I'm gonna have to make something cool with it to show so I can get people to click on the YouTube video later. Okay. So let's turn this one back on. There we go. Yep, 7. And this one's going to be our M new collection with windows. I'm putting walls in there, so I leave myself the option of just having a Windows one that doesn't build the whole wall on it. So, yeah, that may be obvious, but cube. Pull it in. out. Okay, Control A, rotation scale. Now, think bevel it. I'm just going to do no. 2. Control bevel those. We add a bit more in for a penny. All right. And then 3. Inset that. And E. We could keep this really simple if we wanted to. And this is going to be metal sheeting. Tab A U cube projection, not cylinder projection, U cube projection. And then we'll go grab the glass window from the starships for the other one, because that's just a good plus sign glass window pane save tab. Let's see what we got. It's pretty good. The glass is dark enough you really don't ever notice usually that there's, you know, just shit behind it. That's okay with me. For the purposes of what we're doing, we just need to kind of feel glassy. Select it, join it. Got that? Okay, and then we should be able to come here. Walls with bits, walls with windows. And that's F. All the way up to F already. Jeez. 3. And, well, F, assign. And we want it also to not use Boolean and to deform. Obviously, they're very straightforward. We just have one option there. We're going to need to make some more windows, I think. Certainly if we want to use this as a real kit. But we're also, you know, running near the end of our time. And I was thinking it might be nice to do a crease as well. I want a vertical crease. I think we're going to want a vertical crease. And I'm going to now get out of that mode. Take this sucker, get over here. Whatever, cool. Now we can get rid of this pen now. Now let's see. I'm going to come and do one more, but I think we're going to want cube S shift Y. SY2. Okay. And now, do we just want to erode it? I mean, that might be the easiest fucking thing to do. Let's see. Erode it. Oh, well, control, let's apply the scale to first. Rotation scale. There we go. That's much better. Yep, that's what we want to do. And then again, we'll go to seed, something else, and resolution of 5 to keep it in line with our other shit. Cool. And then we're going to apply it. And we're going to decimate it. And we know we're going to go to 0.025 because, again, trying to stay consistent. Cool. And then apply it. Still huge. We may have to optimize this kit as we go down the line, but this is a good starting point. It is somewhat grande. New collection, Old Town Crease Vert. Now let's bring it over to here. Okay, here. And auto building. Let's see, creases, vertical crease. I'm just gonna have one for both right now. And I should, let's look, be able to let's grab the edges. Auto random seed, neat. Oh no, it's random seed for the other thing. I was like, oh, what am I talking about? No, just need to crease it. I don't know. It used to, supposedly I should be able to do it inside the add-on, but I haven't figured it out yet. Vertical crease, it has one. It shouldn't matter at this point now because it should just, but I don't see it yet. This has been I've had problems with creases. I mean, to go look at how they work again. Vertical crease. Fit. One. Let's just make sure that I don't just need to do this. Fit. Where's my creases? Doesn't look like it's assigned a crease. So let's see. Item. Edge data crease. Okay, there we go. I was doing vertex data and not edge data. That would be the problem, I think. Let's see. Turn it on. Hopefully it doesn't crash. You're definitely thinking. Come on, Blender. Don't do this to me. Don't die on me, man. Don't die on me. Yeah, you know how it is. You just kind of not, you can't get stressed about it. I don't know if it's died on me or if it's just thinking real hard. Let's see. What does Taskmaster say? Taskmaster says my CPU is at 25% from this. That's thinking real hard. No, it worked. We got something. Um, Interesting. Wasn't what I was expecting, but interesting. Come out of edit mode. I think it's probably because we had it set. We tried to make it match those edges, and it's just oh yeah, and it's getting real confused by those really high poly things. Probably. That's me guess. When it comes back, I'll try to turn this off and fix that. Because there's a lot of polys on these edges. So if it's trying to fit to that, that could be a real nightmare. Yeah, no. I do want those edgy things though. I think they add a nice level of finish to some of these buildings if we can make it work. Look, 50% of my CPU. Come on. We know it's creasing. That's the important part. So the rest we can work with. As long as no one minds me sitting here randomly, twiddling my thumbs for a minute. Come on. I'd kill it, but I haven't saved in a while. So if I can let it come back, that would be nice. Just cause. That would be real nice, Blender, if you were to come back soon. There we go. Okay. Turn it off. Good. Okay, now let's go see if we can see if I can test my hypothesis and save too. First, let's save. Now let's test this hypothesis. Do not fit, do not center on edges, do not fit, do not center on edges. Save again. Cross fingers. It just seems to like find these creases to be a little intense. That does not appear to be it. All right, well, I don't feel like waiting it, so. And we have saved his time, so. Gonna kill it and come back in. Now we're just not gonna use creases for right now until I can figure out how to make that work, probably off camera. Because, yeah. I think it just might be getting freaked out by all these really complex walls that we've made. Which, makes sense. I'm not terribly angry about that. Oh yeah, yeah. I know that whole like, software dies whenever you try to do a demo. That's a guarantee. I'm showing something to the CTO of Reader's Digest. Yeah, it's gonna bomb. That was my life for a long time. Come on, load up. Everything falling to a crawl, but we're almost done anyway. So I'm just gonna turn that off, and then we'll do kind of a final look at, see if there's like one or two little things we want to do, and then we'll call it. And then I'll, tweak it myself afterward some more probably. Add some more windows, that kind of thing. Um, I don't know why sometimes Blender takes forever to load up and sometimes it boots right up, and I can never figure out what causes one or the other. There we go. Just open it back. Cool. And I'm just going to get rid of the creases entirely. And oh, there's the I select it. Okay. But save again. Let's turn it back on. Yep. No crease, no problem. So that's good to know, I guess. And just want to look at our roof real quick. See what does he changed anything with roof material? No, he's just got the materials. Well, we're going to change parapet material to our dirty stone. Roof flat material to our dirty stone. And we're going to change it later, I think. Okay, he's got the option, right? There's our roof. We don't have any dressing yet. That's fine. We have no foundations. We don't want them. If we did, they would be dirty stone. What's it config? That's a new thing. Cool. See this, if this looks a little different than the version you have, I found a bug and I messaged Julian and he actually sent me his version just before he was coming out with a new one. So there should be a new version out there shortly. But he's added some things that I don't know what they are yet because he hasn't done any documentation on it. That's how it goes. Yeah, but this is working pretty well, I think. We've got our base walls. We do have I am going to get some kind of creasing thing going on there. So one thing we can do, let's see if this works. I just want to try, turn this off. Can we, it didn't work in the old version. Let's see, X, dissolve vertice. Yeah. Tab and turn it back on. Yeah, it still freaks out. All right, because it doesn't know exactly where to join things, but we could probably do it this way. 3 inset, just slightly. Select the outer, and we'll assign it to empty A. And now it should work, I think. Nope, still doesn't. Did I do it the wrong way first? Yeah. Oh, because it still can't have those one here. X dissolve vertices. No? Yeah. No. 2. See if it's just these edges, or if we have to do it both. I know I'm getting lost in the weeds here. That's better. That should work now. Let's see. Yes, it does. So that's how we can get a single bigger wall, and it is surrounded by that empty space. But if we look at it, I mean, yes, if you simplified the wall so it didn't have, if I were to the other option would be, and I might even do this, if I were to come to each one of these faces and just do a Boolean cut along the 4 sides so that their sides were smooth, then it would line up perfectly and it wouldn't be a problem. I kind of like having it be a little rough sometimes. And that's what I wanted the edges for. Like I like having this be able to do that. So it's kind of be a, I mean, there are trade-offs to whatever. But yes, if I made my faces actually have smooth edges along the sides, it would line up perfectly and it wouldn't be a problem. That is absolutely true. So it's all about what you want to use it for, like that's just, I don't know. Oh, excuse me, stretchy. Okay, well, we're at time. Actually, a little over time. We don't have a really cool picture for this one yet, but we're well on our way to having a kit that we can use. Um, it'll probably be the kit I share at the end of the month on my Patreon as well too. So it gives somebody else some other chance to play with it. I'm just gonna make this tab AU cube projection tab. Yeah, control link materials. Did I go the wrong way? This. Come on, hit the right button. Link materials. Yep, there we go. Even though it's not working yet. But I'm still thinking I can get the crease stuff to work. Yeah. So I'm gonna make some kind of a building just to show what we've done and post it up on social media in the next hour or so. And in the meantime, thanks everybody for hanging out. I hope this was moderately interesting, not a bad way to spend your time. Um, this is just the fundamentals of making an architecture kit. Like it's just kind of sit there and you're making the Lego blocks that you're going to use later. So, you have to just sort of deal with it. It needs to get done so you can then build stuff later. Yeah, and I will be back again tomorrow where I'm sure we will use this kit to do something, and make, Old Town, or at least a couple buildings of it. Um, Take everybody, have a great rest of your day, and we'll be seeing you. Word.